Hi, Jumpstart friends. Okay, so today we're going to be reading Peter's Chair by Ezra Jack Keats. Ezra Jack Keats is the author of Peter's Chair. In today's story, the boy's family paints his old furniture pink for his baby sister. As you can see right here, his baby sister. And if we take a close look in the book, she is in her cradle. A cradle is a special bed that is used for babies when they're first born. Because when babies are first born, they can't sit up or walk by themselves. So a cradle will help them fall asleep as it rocks back and forth. When you guys were babies, you probably slept in a cradle like this or something like that. All right. Peter stretched out as high as he could. There, his tall building was finished. So do you guys know what stretched is? It's when one reaches their arms and their legs out. As you can see, Peter is stretching right here. And if we look, this person stretching, they're reaching towards their feet. Crash! Down it came. Shh, called his mother. You'll have to play more quietly. Remember, we have a new baby in the house. If we look at Peter's face, he looks really surprised. And here, you could see the dog crashing into the tower and it falling down. Peter looked into his sister Susie's room. His mother was fussing around the cradle. That's my cradle, he thought, and they painted it pink. So if we look at Peter's face, how do you guys think he's feeling? He looks a little upset, right? That his parents painted his old cradle pink. But like we talked about, the cradle is a special piece of furniture for babies, newborn babies. So his baby sister needs a cradle. Hi, Peter, said his father. Would you like to help paint sister's high chair? It's my high chair, whispered Peter. If we look at Peter's face, how do you guys think he's feeling? He looks a little bit angry, right? I think he's upset that his parents are using his old furniture for his new baby sister. He saw his crib and muttered, my crib, it's painted pink too. Not far away stood his old chair. They didn't paint that yet, Peter shouted. Here you can see he's holding onto the crib. The crib is a small bed with high sides to keep a baby from falling out of it. So if we can see here, these will keep the baby inside of the crib. He picked it up and ran to his room. So here we can see Peter grabbing the last piece of furniture so that his parents won't paint it. Let's run away, Willie, he said. Peter filled a shopping bag with cookies and dog biscuits. We'll take my blue chair, my toy crocodile, and the picture of me when I was a baby. Willie got his bone. So, a crocodile is a large, scaly animal with a long body. All right, and here we see that Peter is upset that his family is painting his old furniture, so he wants to run away with his dog. They went outside and stood in front of his house. This is a good place, said Peter. He arranged his things very nicely and decided to sit in his chair for a while. So here we could see the crocodile. And here's Peter outside with his chair. But he couldn't fit in the chair. He was too big. So Peter can't fit in his chair anymore because he's grown up now. So that would only fit him when he was younger, when he was a baby. His mother came to the window and called, won't you come back to us, Peter, dear? We have something very special for lunch. Peter and Willie made believe they didn't hear, but Peter got an idea. So believe, here we have, is when you think something. So Peter didn't believe what he was hearing. Soon his mother saw signs that Peter was home. That rascal is hiding behind the curtains, she said happily. So a rascal is a person who does playful tricks. here we look at the vocab word rascal. So see, the little girl has her tongue out, so she's doing some playful tricks. And here, if you look, Peter's hiding behind the curtain, so his mom thinks he's a rascal for trying to play a trick on him. She moved the curtain away, but he wasn't there. So he tricked her. It was just his shoes that were behind the curtain. "Here I am," shouted Peter. Peter was hiding behind the dresser the whole time, but his mom thought that he was hiding behind the curtain. Peter sat in a grown-up chair. His father sat next to him. "Daddy," said Peter, "let's paint the little chair pink for Susie." So here, if we notice, Peter isn't angry anymore. So angry is when you're upset or mad. But he's not angry here anymore. He actually wants to help his family paint the pink chair for his baby sister. And here, you can see his baby sister in the cradle. But she's so small that we can't see her. And they did. And here is Peter helping his dad paint the chair pink for his baby sister. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the book. Now, if you guys were paying attention while we were reading, there was a couple new words that we learned. Okay, so do you guys remember what the piece of furniture that newborn babies usually sleep and sit in is? I'll give you guys a hint. Here's a picture. If you said cradle, you're correct. Okay, and do you guys remember what that feeling is when you're not happy, when you're mad, when something happens that you don't necessarily like? Here's a little girl feeling it. Do you guys remember what the word was? If you said angry, you got it right. Okay. Do you guys remember what you would call a person who plays tricks on you? Someone that's silly, like this little girl when she's sticking out her tongue. What would you call her? If you said rascal, you got it right. Okay. Do you guys remember when you reach out your arms and your legs? What is that called? What are you doing? Like this person is reaching for their foot. What are they doing? They are stretching. Stretched. Do you guys remember what the word is when you think something, what this little girl did? It's believe. Good job. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed Peter's chair. And I hope that if your family has to use some old furniture for your baby sister or your baby brother, you guys can help out Peter. You guys can help just like Peter helped his parents.